Welcome to Fright Recaps, the channel where we break down the spine-chilling, gut-wrenching, and mind-bending stories of horror and sci-fi cinema. Today, we're diving into a body horror masterpiece that shows us what happens when science goes too far, David Cronenberg's reimagining of The Fly. Let's get into it. Our story begins with a brilliant but eccentric scientist, Seth, whose passion for innovation borders on obsession. At a party hosted by the company funding his research, Seth crosses paths with Veronica, a sharp and inquisitive journalist. Intrigued by his mysterious demeanor, she accepts an invitation to see his latest invention, an experiment that promises to change the world. Seth unveils his groundbreaking creation, a pair of telepods capable of disassembling objects, transporting them through space, and reassembling them perfectly on the other side. While Veronica sees the potential for a revolutionary story, Seth convinces her to hold off. His invention is not yet ready for prime-time. Organic matter, he admits, doesn't survive the process intact. As Veronica agrees to document Seth's progress, the two grow closer, blending science with romance. But their work is far from smooth sailing. An attempt to teleport a living creature goes horrifyingly wrong, leaving behind a gruesome, inside-out monstrosity. Inspired by a comment Veronica makes during an intimate moment, Seth finds a way to reprogram his telepods to better understand the complexities of organic matter. Soon after, a second test with a live subject, this time a baboon, is a resounding success. But as triumph turns to celebration, jealousy rears its head. Veronica receives a package from her ex, a magazine editor interested in Seth's project. Misinterpreting her actions as betrayal, Seth spirals into a drunken fit of insecurity. Determined to prove his invention's success, he impulsively steps into the telepod to teleport himself. Unbeknownst to him, a common housefly slips into the pod at the last second. Emerging from the telepod, Seth feels better than ever, faster, stronger, more confident. But soon, subtle changes in his body begin to surface. Strange, coarse hairs sprout on his back, and his appetite for sugar becomes insatiable. At first, Seth believes his newfound vigor is a side effect of the teleportation, but as his behavior grows erratic and his physical changes intensify, Veronica becomes concerned. After running tests, Seth makes a horrifying discovery. During his teleportation, his DNA merged with that of the fly. He isn't just changing, he's transforming. As his body deteriorates, Seth sheds his humanity piece by piece, both physically and emotionally. Desperate to cling to his sense of self, he begins documenting his metamorphosis, dubbing himself Brundlefly. Veronica is devastated by Seth's condition, but her nightmare deepens when she discovers she's pregnant with his child. Fearing what the baby might become, she plans to terminate the pregnancy. Seth, now almost entirely unrecognizable, kidnaps her, hoping she'll reconsider. He believes the child might be the last remnant of his humanity. In a desperate attempt to reclaim his former self, Seth devises a final, horrifying plan to use his telepods to merge himself with Veronica and their unborn child, creating a new, unified being. Veronica resists, and during the struggle, Seth's remaining human skin tears away, revealing the grotesque insectoid creature beneath. Fully transformed, the creature activates the telepod sequence, but Veronica's ex intervenes, sabotaging the experiment. Seth's plan backfires disastrously, leaving him fused with part of the telepod itself, a grotesque hybrid of flesh and machinery. In his final moments, the creature, no longer capable of speech, silently begs Veronica to end his suffering. Overcome with grief, she hesitates but ultimately pulls the trigger, bringing an end to his torment. The Fly is a haunting tale of love, ambition, and the dangers of pushing science beyond its ethical boundaries. Seth's journey from genius inventor to tragic monster is both deeply unsettling and heartbreakingly human. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which horror or sci-fi classic we should tackle next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Fright Recap.